Maziar, of course, we're relying on first-hand reportage from Iran, camera footage, video, mobile phone footage. You've seen that. What's happening there?
Well, I think this is the beginning of the end of the Islamic Republic as a clerical state. Yesterday, the major development was that the Revolutionary Guards, they took action, and they took action on their own initiative. And they started crushing people, and I think this is the beginning of a very violent period in Iranian history, that both the government and the opposition, they're becoming more militarized and violent.
Is this then a tipping point? It seems to me that you are suggesting it is. The question is, a tipping point for whom at this point?
I think this is the tipping point for, as you rightly said, it's a tipping point for the Revolutionary Guards. They have been trying since June election to establish a military dictatorship in Iran with Ayatollah Khamenei as its leader. But yesterday was the real beginning of this movement. And for the next, I'm not sure for how long, it can be 2 or 3 years or a few years, the Revolutionary Guards will try to establish this military dictatorship. I believe that they will fail at the end. But in the process of trying to establish this military dictatorship, there will be a lot of violence, there will be a lot of bloodshed, and there will be many victims. I think yesterday was just the beginning of this violent period in Iranian history.
Frightening stuff. How then, Maziar, should the international community react, do you think?
I believe that the international community, they have to be very vocal in their support of Iranian people's right to peacefully demonstrate against the Iranian government. The international community should condemn human rights abuses by the Iranian government, but at the same time, the international community should condemn any kind of violence and terrorism against the Iranian government as well. Because the danger is that as the government is becoming more militarized and violent, the opposition is becoming more violent as well. And many young Iranians, as you know, Iran has the youngest population, as one of the youngest populations in the world, and the young people will become more attracted to terrorist groups, to separatist groups who resort to violence. And I think the international community should be very vocal in condemning any sort of violence. They have not been very vocal about condemning the violence against the Iranian government as they should have done.